Okay, so in some prairie ecosystems, prairie dogs build tunnels and burrows. Other prairie animals such as burrowing owls and mice also make their homes in these burrows. Eagles and black-footed ferrets eat some of the animals that live in the burrows. When a prairie dog population disappears, their burrows collapse. Many kinds of animals lose a source of food and shelter.
In some prairie ecosystem, prairie dog build tunnels and burrows. Other prairie animals, such as burrowing owls and mice, also make their home in these burrows. Eagle and black-footed ferrets eat some of the animals that live in the burrow. I still don't know how to pronounce it.
Which one?
Burrows.
Oh, burrows.
Burrows. When a prairie dog population disappears, their burrows collapse. Collapse? What does collapse mean?
Collapse means to fall down, so they kind of just get destroyed.
Okay. Many kinds of animals lose a source of their food and shelter.
All these animals that we saw in the other page in the picture, how they all depend on each other, right? So first you have the prairie dogs, and they are the ones who build all those tunnels underground, right?
Yeah.
And then some owls and some mice use those tunnels as their homes too, right? So if prairie dogs didn't exist, then these owls and these mice would have no place to live, right?
Never thought of that.
Yeah, and then eagles and ferrets eat some of the animals inside the tunnels.
Yuck.
Yeah, so it asks you, when a prairie dog population disappears, it's not asking you, it's telling you. So the burrows collapse, right? So if there's no one going in and out of the tunnels, after a while, it's just all those tunnels are going to get destroyed. And so all those other animals that lived in there won't have a home anymore. And the eagles and the ferrets will not have anything to eat because, all those animals kind of disappeared. So here it's asking us, what might happen to an ecosystem if a population disappears? So think of the prairie dog population. What would happen to everything around it? The animals, other plants and stuff, if the prairie dogs just disappeared?
Like a peach tree disappeared. Well, all the peach tree at a moment all disappeared. And I think they have the wind to blow this peach down, make it ground. We won't have any peach to eat.
Yeah, exactly. So if the population of prairie dogs disappears, then, the eagle won't have anything to eat. The mice will have nowhere to live. So that's why it is dangerous, right, for a population to disappear, because it affects other people, right? It affects other animals.